is more experienced dealing with the opposite sex, men or women?
Women.
Why?
Here we go. The interviewer already is spot on with the questions. All right, so here is how it goes. From a young age, women are already giving men the runaround, right? Literally, from when women are little kids, they're already practicing their emotional stuff, okay? So they're already better at communicating than men are from a young age. And then what happens is, once they reach a certain age, women start to get attention for free from men, and just by sheer time passing, women get better with men than most men ever get with women. So there you
go. Because they don't have the same thing that a man has. They have something that a man wants.
I'd say women.
Yeah,
women have more experience.
Why do you think so?
I mean, I feel like it's just kind of, men are always approaching women more than women approach men. And
not more. Men approach women like 99.95% of the time. It's not like more men than women slightly. It's literally like men approach women and women just, they have to say yes or no. Hello and welcome to the Helios blog. My name is Helios, here for another reaction video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, hitting all for notifications. Also, if you're listening to me on the podcast, rate it 5 stars, and please give me a follow. If you'd like me to comment on a video or compilation, maybe a Reddit post, send the link to theheliosblog at gmail.com. All right, let's continue.
And
Yeah.
Just the gender norms that we already have.
So then, why are men expected to be more experienced than women at the same age?
Uh-oh! Well, that's because of hypergamy, right? It's because women want a superior man. So, of course, a superior man is going to be more experienced than her. He's going to have more girls. He's going to have talked to more people than her. He's going to be taller, stronger, wiser, fitter. That's why. It's literally because of women's nature that they choose the men at the top. The winners. They wait at the finish line there.
Oh my God.
High standards? I don't know.
High standards. Right, exactly. These girls can't even answer the question. They never even thought of it before. But that's right. And the reason they have so-called high standards is because of women's nature, which is hypergamy. They want superior top men, and that's all it is. Literally, women run based on the Pareto principles. The top... Nowadays, it's the top 10 to 5%, or maybe even higher. Those are the men that are chosen by all women for bedroom fun. So, there you go.
Yeah, maybe it's just the standards, the social stigma around men, because they say that they're more childish and they don't develop as quickly as women do, that they stay kind of immature.
They don't. That's a lie. But it's true up to the age of 18. That's definitely true. Women reach their full maturity by age of 18. And men reach their full maturity by the age of 24 to 30. It's arguable, right? Like, they say that a man reaches his full body maturity at the age of 24, but he doesn't really reach mental maturity until the age of 30 or 35. So, it really is very different, right? And the difference between men and women is that women past the age of 18, they don't get all that much wiser in general until after the war. Whereas for men... just because of the way that the world works, it doesn't give men free handouts. They, by design, gain more insight, wisdom, and experience as they get older, and they become better at everything, not just with women, as they get older.
Do you think that might explain why a lot of women tend to go for older men?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Women would go for an older man because they see an older man as a father figure.
That's also true. Absolutely. So women's... Oh, God, look at these nails. I'll explain about the nails in a sec. So, here's the thing. Old school, the way it used to work, is when a woman got married, basically the new man, like the man that she was marrying, effectively became her father, right? He had the responsibility to take care of her and all her property as though she was his property, in the same way that a child is sort of the property of the parents, right? Genetically. But nowadays it's not like that anymore, to the detriment of everyone. And something else is because many women nowadays have daddy issues, right? They have problems with a lack of a father figure in the home, and so they run to older men who can provide that guidance and stability that they lacked when they grew up. Okay, now on to these nails. Just think about what these nails symbolize for a second. If you have nails that long, you're not able to do anything useful, right? And so if you're not able to do anything useful, that means what? It means you're a user, right? So there you go. Okay, let's see what this girl has to say.
Why else would women go for older men?
Shmoney, baby.
Look at that. I literally predicted it. I literally predicted it before she even opened her mouth. So the nails predicted that she was a user, and then the first thing out of her mouth is women want older men for the money. Like, you cannot make this shit up.
Money, security, safety, protection.
Okay, yeah, nice. That's accurate. So the idea is the following, right? Women are hypergamous. They want men that are superior to them in every way. Something else that they desire is stability. Their long-term strategy is dependent on stability, right? And so, of course, older men are better able to provide stability because older men are much more likely to have acquired the resources that are necessary in order to have such stability.
House, family. They know what the fuck they want at a young age. Men don't.
Oh, I see. So this girl is saying that women know what they want at a young age and men don't. It's not about knowing what they want. It's just about competition, right? A young man at 20 is not going to have the things that a 30-year-old man has. Usually, on average, right? Of course, if it's a guy who has rich parents and was just born with a silver spoon in his mouth, sure, he'll have what a established man has. But at that point, he's just a prince. And of course, one of the archetypes of that women prefer, just look at romance novels, is the prince. And that's why. Because he has literally everything that women want. He has youth, he has attractiveness, and he also has the resources and stability. So, there you go.
Don't.
What are your thoughts on the following statement? What gets the most attention from women is not giving them attention.
Absolutely. Women.
Ironically, right? So here is why, okay? The reason is because women work on the concept of pre-selection, okay? So pre-selection is the idea that women want men that other women want. So if a guy is ignoring a girl, the implication is that he's not chasing. He doesn't see her as that valuable compared to other things in his life. And because he doesn't see her as that valuable, her instinct, her hypergamous instinct, which searches for the top man, is going to be signaled that that man must have other options. Why else would he possibly ignore her? It must be for other women's attention. And so the woman is more attracted. And this is why, if you actually want the best behavior out of a girl, she needs to never know that she has you. And the way that she knows that is if you don't live together, if you aren't married, and if you only text for logistics. This leaves large windows of time where she doesn't know what you're doing. And so, when she doesn't know what you're doing, she's going to assume that you're doing all of these cool things in her imagination and be much more attracted to you as a result. That is the concept of pre-selection as related to lack of attention or withdrawing attention. Now let's reverse the situation. Let's say that a guy gives a woman all his time, all the time, okay? So every second of the man's day is texting her, he's always calling her, he's always spending every day, every second with the woman. Well, what is that signaling? That's signaling to the woman that the man has nothing better to do. All he has his highest priority in life is his woman. And when the woman sees that she is the highest priority in his life, she's signaled through subcommunication that he's a loser because she doesn't want to be placed on a pedestal as the most important thing in the guy's life. Because, as I said, a woman is hypergamous. She wants a guy that's superior. So if you're placing her on a pedestal, you're placing her above you. And if you place her above you, then she's by design going to be less attracted to you.
Women just want attention. That's it. You give them attention, they'll give you whatever the fuck you want.
That's not true. It's not if you give them attention, they'll give you whatever you want. No. It's if you give them valuable, pre-selected, high-quality attention, then they'll do whatever you want. Basically, the point is this. You want a girl to value the time that you spend with her. How will she value that time? She'll value that time when that time is scarce. Okay? So if the resource that you're providing her is something valuable of yours. So for example, let's say you have 1 day a week and that's it to spend with a girl. Well, 6 days of the week you're not spending with her. So what's she going to think? She's going to think, wow, this guy is so busy. He's doing so many things. He doesn't have time for me. And so she's going to see the time that you do spend with her is extremely valuable and will appreciate it. And in fact, when you give her that attention, she's going to give you very good behavior for that attention. So just keep that in mind. It's not give them attention or give you what you want. No. It's valuable, pre-selected, high-quality attention, which is actually gotten from a position of superiority, where she's in a position of scarcity, seeking the resource or the water that is you in the desert. So the idea is, she is in a desert of your attention, and you provide her water here and there. You don't just give her the whole river, because then she's going to take it for granted.
Isn't that counterintuitive?
Not really. If you make a girl laugh, she'll literally do anything for you. Give her some food, she'll be happy instead of angry.
No, that's not true. This is a lie. If you make a girl laugh, at best, it's neutral. At worst, you look like a clown, a guy who's trying too hard to get her attention. So no, making a girl laugh does not necessarily make her attracted to you. No. Very often, the reason why women laugh at what you say is because you've created tension. And tension plus logistics equals bedroom fun. So no, it's not making her laugh that makes her attracted. It's tension, and the way that you create tension is multifold. But anyway, that's a point for another time. Okay, and then she said if you buy a girl food. Okay, so I think what this girl is implying here is that she's post-war, so she's 30 plus, and now she's seeking a beta provider. Or maybe she already has one, I'm not sure. I think she's married, maybe. Anyway, so a girl like this, the advice she's going to give you is be a good beta provider and you'll be successful with women. But that's not true, because women are solipsistic. Depending on the phase of their life that they're in, they're going to give you the advice that favors them at that phase. So when she's 30 plus, she's going to give you the solipsistic advice that buying her dinners and buying her flowers and doing nice things for her, those are the things that make her attracted. And that's true if you are already an apex man. But of course, you as a man aren't interested in 30 plus post-war women. You're interested in 18 to 23-year-old women who are in their absolute biological prime. And those girls do not respond to these $100 first dates. They don't respond to super attention and taking care of her and fixing her light bulbs and changing the tire in her car. So when girls give advice like this, what they're actually doing is they're trying to trick men into becoming useful idiots for women while they go and sleep with other men. And that's dualistic female mating strategy.
Angry.
That is kind of true, except that it comes to a point where it's like, okay, I'm done with you, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
women,
nobody wants, like, someone that doesn't give them attention.
Yeah, women definitely feed off of attention a lot more
Yeah.
than men do.
Absolutely. And as I said, you see, if the guy is ignoring the girl forever, she's not going to be interested, right? But if his attention is extremely valuable and he gives it in little portions, that is very valuable. And that's the difference. As I said, high quality pre-selected attention is the winner here.
I feel like as a woman, a man should be obsessed with me. To a point, not to where like he want to kill me or anything, but he should be obsessed with me to where, what are you doing, where you at, all of that.
So what she's saying, that girl, is she's saying, I want a relationship where I'm in power, right? And it's very easy for a girl that looks like her in her rock star phase, 18 to 23, to get that, right? What she doesn't realize is the gravy train doesn't go on forever. And also, she is never truly attracted to a guy who's like that with her. She's truly attracted to a guy that sees himself as above her and treats her as such. So if the guy is obsessed with her and always needs to know every detail of every second of what she's doing, she's going to lose attraction over time, because she's going to think not only is the guy insecure, but he's using too much of his time and effort on the girl. So there you go.
Me as a female, if I can go talk to somebody or flirt with somebody and I see automatically that they're just all over me, it turns me off straight away. But
indeed. And do you know why? Because what it signals is neediness. And the reason why neediness is not attractive for women is because neediness implies scarcity. Neediness implies that the man needs her. And women don't want to be needed. No. They want to be wanted by a guy who has many, many options.
if I go to you and I'm kind of like flirty with you, but you're like hesitant or you don't show me no attention, in my mind, I'm like, why? And it makes me more interested. So.
Right. Why is the guy not showing me attention? It means that he must be getting attention from another source. It means that he must be already full. It means that he must be pre-selected. It means that he must be attractive. You see, guys? That's the way that women's logic works. It's not like men's logic. It's not, the girl is showing me interest, therefore she likes me. Right? That's male logic. Female logic is, he's showing me interest, it means he must be a loser. He must need me. He must want me over everyone else. Why am I so special to him? If I'm so special, it means he's a loser. Because he should not find me special. He should have a million options. You see the idea?
So yeah, I completely 100% agree with that statement.
So how can a man give a woman the attention that she wants while still remaining a challenge?
He can't. And that's exactly the thing. If a man gives a woman all the attention she wants, he becomes a beta male. And then she replaces him with him, the guy that she was attracted to in the first place. That's called betaization, right? If you as an alpha male who, were a successful man, and then you later on turn into a beta because you follow every single thing the girl tells you to do, she's then going to replace you with the guy you were at the beginning. Something else is, this is a very important expression you need to keep in mind. Never give a girl everything she wants. If you do, you're going to have a very bad time. You're going to be seen as a beta male by every girl. You need to have very firm, very strong boundaries. And if you're not showing those boundaries, then you're going to be taken for a ride, my friend.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Uh-oh, did you see all the tattoos?
I don't know if I could answer that.
I don't know.
I don't know. There's not a line. I feel like it's just really your type and how much you can put up with. So
Indeed. So for women, they would much prefer to put up with a winner, share a winner, than to be with a successful loser who is tied to them or who is, super loyal to them. And this is why, men, I say that you should never be monogamous. Because if you only have one girl and she knows that that she's the only one, then, it's going to start being really bad for you. She'll show you more and more disrespectful behaviors. She should always, at the back of her head, know that she could be replaced at any time for bad behavior.
some men really, really like giving women attention, and that's what they enjoy.
Are women more attracted to nice guys or bad boys?
Bad boys, baby.
Oh, and something else, men, is as a woman gets older, she actually lies less, and it's because she has no reason to lie anymore. So, naturally, if you want to listen to older women, especially, and guys, I don't mean single older women, because single older women are trying to get into relationships, so they're more incentivized to lie. I'm talking about, let's say, a grandmother, okay? So, a woman who's so successful that even her children have children, okay? If you ask a grandmother for advice, very often it's going to be pretty good for how to seduce women. Because she has nothing to get from you by lying. But if you ask any sort of woman who has a daughter that needs to get married, or, you know, if you ask a girl of your age or, you know, lower what you need to do to get women, they're going to give you terrible advice. And the reason is because they're going to give you advice for womankind. Anyway, there you go.
I've had plenty.
So then why should
Oh, no. Okay, well, this girl has shown her true colors. I've had many bad boys. Look at her face.
men care about what women want?
They really don't.
But I mean, should they?
Well, yeah.
And this is perfect, right? Like, this is exactly 2022 dating in a nutshell, okay? And by the way, that an older woman is saying this kind of stuff, what it implies is that the world has been on a downhill for a long time, right? 2022 is just the peak of the bad, but it isn't the start of it, right? Because this woman would have been young 30 years ago in the 90s, right? Or whatever, in the 80s. So there you go. There's a decline. Okay, moving on. Let's go to the Reddit post. My GF, 26 female, doesn't value me and only is dating me for financial stability and cultural reasons. Well, this is too common a trend in the modern world. I'm a first-generation immigrant in UK from India. I came here when I was 23 for my master's, and after that I got a job and stayed in the UK. She is a British Indian, second generation. So, guys, she's a Western girl and he's not a Western guy. We met approximately 10 months ago and really liked each other, and we both wanted to be in a long-term relationship. After a month of dating, we were officially in a relationship. Things were pretty good until yesterday when I listened to her talking with a best friend. Uh-oh. Long story short, she said she was dating me for financial stability and for cultural reasons, and she also said, Indian guys are not very good in bed, unlike other races of men, and said she would never tell her kinks to me. So guys, what more do you need to hear? If this is you, your relationship's over, right? Like, there is nothing to say here. I would leave immediately. Because how disrespectful that she would give the best parts of herself to other men and just use me for cultural reasons or whatever. After that, I was honestly baffled and cried a little and went for a little walk to refresh my mind. She didn't know I heard her. She was upstairs and I was going upstairs when I heard all this. I think I'll break up with her, but I don't know what to say honestly. That's why I'm asking for advice. Too long didn't read. Found my girlfriend talking to a best friend about her dating me for only cultural and financial reasons, and my GF is dislikes throne race. Okay, top comment with 256 upvotes. Run and fast before you involve children, your heart, your finances, your stability, house, car, and so on with these women whose intention is clearly only to bleed you dry. That's not love, that's selfish and controlling behavior. She's acting like she's already entitled to what you have. And worst case scenario, do you really want to fight her for half of what it ends up in the divorce courts? She's not interested in you. She's interested in what you can do for her, and it's quite disturbing. Guys, a clap for that comment. Very, very nicely done. Good job. Response to this comment. Listen to this guy, OP. If you marry her and have a child, I'll bet my ass that you'll be divorced in 10 years from now and some other dude is going to sleep with your ex-wife in your house while you're paying for her lifestyle. Don't be a fool. So guys, you should only be with women that genuinely desire you. If they say or show any signs that you are not the man that they genuinely desire, it's done. Leave. Block and lose her number. Never cohabitate, never marry. Alright, I think we're going to end the video there. Again, if you're liking the videos, please leave a sub if you're new here, and hit the bell for all notifications. Like, comment, and of course, if you agree or disagree with my stuff, that's what the comment box is for. Thank you so much for listening. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Please remember to do all of the following. Like the video for the algorithm. Comment on the video. I respond to all comments and I'll give you a heart. Subscribe and hit the bell so you can see my content on your feed. Check out all of my content on other platforms. It spreads the reach of the channel. YouTube, bit.ly/heliosyoutube. Rumble, bit.ly/heliosrumble. My blog is realheliosblog.com. My podcast, bit.ly/heliospodcast. My Patreon, patreon.com/theheliosblog. You can also support the show at bit.ly/heliosdonations and buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. Thank you so much for all of your support.